So now everyone, please get your textbook 1, and please turn to page 40. 40. So everyone, please turn to page 40. Good. So now we are on page 40. A fire started after the earthquake. So remember, before and after. Good. Okay. For example, I brush my teeth after after you eat dinner. Okay, good. Or you brush your teeth before you go to bed. Good. So after and before. So the fire started after the earthquake. So which one happened first, the fire or the earthquake? Very good. So the earthquake happened first. And after the earthquake, there was a fire. So today we're going to talk about a past event. So something that happened in the past. So we're going to use the past tense or the VT. Simple. We're going to use simple past, affirmative, and negative. Okay? Like I did not eat. Okay? Did not eat. Okay? Or yesterday I ate toast. Or yesterday I didn't eat toast. Okay, so simple past, and then for example affirmative and negative. So let's look at this picture. Okay, so number 1. Good. So let's look at the picture. Good. And so number 1, look at the picture and use these words to describe what you can see. Okay, so it's a black and white photo, so you can see many buildings. So what do you see? What do you see? Buildings. Okay, so you can see many buildings. Okay, it maybe look like maybe a city. Okay, because you can see many tall high-rise buildings. And what you can see? Burn. So you can see one of the buildings is burning. So you can see the smoke, you can see the flames. So you can see smoke and you can see flames. Okay, so here, is there any here? Okay, so you can see the smoke and you can see many people standing and watching the building which is on fire. Good. And many people are standing. Where are they standing? On the street. So maybe some of them was inside the building, and when the building caught on fire, they ran to the streets for safety. For example, if you in a building and it's caught on fire, so most of the time you have to run outside to a specific place for safety. Good. So now we're going to read San Francisco earthquake. And do you know what an earthquake is? Good, like when the earth is shaking. Good. Okay, good. So now let us read. Okay, so now we're going to read. Good. Okay, so now we're going to read. So we're going to read, okay? So it started, okay? On January 1848, James W. Marshall discovered gold in a small town of 1,000 people on the coast of California. Thousands of people came to California from all over the US and built the city of San Francisco. In less than 50 years, San Francisco became the largest city on the West Coast with a population of 410,000. But in 1906, the San Francisco earthquake destroyed most of the city. When was the earthquake? In 1906. Where was the earthquake? In San Francisco. Good. The people of San Francisco were asleep when the earthquake happened at 5:12 a.m. What time was the earthquake? At 5:12 a.m. What were the people doing? They were sleeping. Good. Oh, 5:12 on Wednesday, on Wednesday, April 18th, 1906. So what date was the earthquake? The earthquake was on Wednesday, April 18th, 1906. Good. The earthquake wasn't long, only a minute, but it was extremely strong. So, was the earthquake very long? No, it was just for 1 minute. But it was extremely strong. And now extremely means like very, okay? Okay, so extremely strong. Now, a fire started after the earthquake and spread quickly. So after the earthquake, a fire started and then it spread quickly. So for example, it started here, but it started spreading quickly to go all over. Good. Everything was very dry and the city fire department didn't have enough water. People think that the fire caused 90% of the damage to the city. Now, everything was very dry. That means maybe it wasn't summer, but okay, or maybe, okay, so it was in April. April, so that's springtime. But it was very dry. And also the firefighters didn't have enough water, so it wasn't like springtime. Good. The earthquake badly damaged the studio of Arnold Garnet, a photographer, and his camera didn't work. Gareth went to a camera store and borrowed a new camera. Take anything you want, the man in the camera store laughed. This place is going to burn anyway. Gareth walked around the city and took pictures of the fire. Okay, it's Genef, sorry. Genfi. Okay, Gender. Okay, Gender. Okay, so Ganda went to a store, and then because his camera didn't work, and then we borrowed a new camera. Ganda walked around the city and took pictures of the fire. His most famous picture shows people in the Sacramento streets as they watch the smoke. So that's the picture you see. And they were in the Sacramento street and they watched the smoke and they watched the buildings on fire. Some stood and others sat on chairs. So some stood and others sat on chairs because there is nothing they can do. Daniel said when the flames came closer to them, they carried their chairs up the street. Then they sat down again. The fire burned for 4 days. So how long did the fire burn in the city? 4 days. But at the evening of Saturday, April 21st, there wasn't many buildings left in San Francisco. The fire destroyed 500 blocks in the downtown area. That's a very huge fire. 500 blocks. Okay, and 250,000 people lost their home. At the time, the government reported about 375 deaths. But now people think that at least 3,000 died in the earthquake and the fire. Now this was a very difficult time because a lot of people got destroyed, a lot of houses got destroyed, people lost their business, some people lost their life. Okay, some people lost family members, the business got burned down, houses got burned down, maybe their pet dog or pet cat also got burned. Good. So it was a very bad time. Good. Now after we read about the San Francisco earthquake, what is the most surprising thing to you? What did you like about it? Or what did you get about it? Or what did you learn? Okay, so you learned that many people lost their business, many people lost their family, many people lost their houses. Okay, so after an earthquake, the fire started. Many buildings got burned down. Now we're going to do, after reading, answer true or false and correct the false sentences. So now we're going to find whether it's true. If it's true, it's good. If it's false, we write F and then we correct it. Okay? Good. So number 1. The San Francisco earthquake was in 1848. Was the San Francisco earthquake in 1848? Yes or no? No, false. So it's false. We put an F. Okay, now we're going to look for it. Okay? Good. The San Francisco city, but in 1906, the San Francisco earthquake destroyed most of the city. Now let's read this line. The people of San Francisco were asleep when the earthquake happened. What time? 5:12 a.m. When? On Wednesday, April 18, 1906. So was it in 1906? No. So when was it? It was in, so you circle this, and then above it you write 1906. So the correct answer is supposed to be good. So we have to write, correct the false answer. So it's supposed to be 1906. Good, 1906. Good. And let's go to number 2. The fire started before the earthquake. So you say, did the fire start first and then the earthquake? No. So this is false. False. So the fire started after. Very good. So we write after. A-F-T-E-R. So then, if I write it 1906, and then remember after. A-F-T-E-R. Good. So these are the, okay, good. The fire caused most of the damage. Good. Did the fire cause most of the damage or the earthquake? Yes, because if we read lower down, we can see that, you see, let's read it. People think that the fire caused 90% of the damage. Good. Okay, so people think that it caused 9. Good. The fire caused 90%. So the fire caused most. So 90% is most, okay? Most of the damage, okay? So this is true. Good, let's go. Arnold Granty borrowed an old camera from a store. Did he borrow an old camera? Okay. Let's read there. Arnold, a photographer, and his camera did not work. Gunther went to a camera store and borrowed a new camera. So is it true or false? Teacher, it's false. Good. So okay, so what's okay? So you have okay. I will circle this, and I will write new. So new N-E-W. So false N-E-W. So he borrowed a new camera. Good. Okay. Gareth took pictures of the earthquake. Did he take pictures of the earthquake? How can you take pictures of an earthquake? Did he take pictures of an earthquake? So let's say, okay, so let's read. Okay, I will bring it on so you can see the answers. Okay, so I'll rewrite the answers again. Okay, so, okay, good. So I will erase this one. Okay, so now we have the number 3, we had true. There we had false. And remember, we write new for number 3, and we have new. Good. Okay, Gareth took pictures of the earthquake. Good. So let's read. Okay. The man in the camera store laughed. This place is going to burn down anyway. Gareth walked around the city and took pictures of the fire. Took pictures of the earthquake. So you can't take pictures of an earthquake. You can take pictures of the damage that the earthquake caused. Okay, so for example, if an earthquake happened, you can take pictures of the damage the earthquake caused. Like for example, you can see buildings got damaged and stuff like that. But you can take pictures of a building on fire, so you can take pictures of a fire. Good, so he took pictures of a, okay, so this is false, so fire, F-I-R-E. So then we're gonna put false, F, and you put fire. Okay, now in blue pen, sorry. You can see, so number 5 is fire, F-I-R-E. Okay, in San Francisco Street, some people sat on chairs. Yes, when the fire, okay, his most famous picture, so San Francisco street as they watched the smoke. Some stood and others sat on chairs. So some people sat on chairs. True. Very good. Now let's go to number 7. The fire burned for 5 days. Did the fire burn for 5 days? Let's read. Fire burned for 4 days. So this is wrong. So we're going to put 4, F-O-U-R. So number 7 is false. Very good. Fire burned for 4 days. The fire destroyed 5,000 blocks. 5,000 or 500? So let's take a look. 5,000. Let's read. The fire destroyed 500 blocks. So this is false. And how many? 500. So 5. Okay, good. 500. 250,000 didn't have anywhere to live. Okay, now. Is it okay? 250,000. Is it true or false? You will see how much we have there. 250 people lost their home. Is 250 a 250,000? Yes or no? Okay, so I put it there. So 250. Okay, 250 over 1 million. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And equals to 1/4, right? So this is a quarter. So 150 is 1/4. So a quarter over, and this is 250 of a million is 1/4. So this is true. You see? So there they have 250 people. There they write a quarter of a million, but they are saying the same thing. Good. Now people think that 5,000 people died. Thinks that at least 3,000 people died. Okay? So they have 3 circle and then you write false. So 3,000. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So these are the answers. Okay? Good. Okay? So number 1 we had false. And then with number 1 we put 1906. Number 2 was false and we write after. Number 3 true. Number 4 false. New. Number 5 false. 2 pictures of fire. Number 6 true. Number 7 false is 4 days. Number 5 false is 500 blocks. Number 9 true. Number 10 is 3,000. At least 3,000 people died. Good. Which of your possession would you most like to save from a fire? Now this is a good question. Which of your possession? Okay, possession are things that you own. Which of your possession would you most likely to save from a fire? So if there is a fire, like something you're burning, what is the thing that you want to save the most? Your possession that you want to save from the fire. For example, some of us will say, I will save my phone. Or some people might say, I'll try to save my laptop. Or some people say, if they have any monies at home, they'll want to save the monies and run it. Some people will want to save their clothes. Some people will want to save their pet, like take their pet dog or their pet cat and run. Okay? Some people want to save maybe a special toy that they have, or a special gift that someone gave them. Okay? Or some people want to save their jewelry. Good. So it's different people who want to save different things. So that's a question for you to write your answer. Okay? Which of the possession would you most like to save from the fire? So I would like, okay, to save, okay, from a fire. Okay, good. Okay, so I would like to save, okay, remember my this, okay? So remember, okay, so remember to put the my, like to save my, and this would your this, okay? So I would like to save my pet from a fire. I would like to save my jewelry from a fire. I would like to save my clothes. I would like to save my car. Okay, so everyone will have different things. Good. Let us go to part 4. Good. Part 4. Find the past tense of these words in the text. Good. Okay. So find the past tense of these words in the text. Which one are irregular? Okay, so we just write the past tense and we underline it. Okay, so become is became, good. Borrow, borrowed. Okay, ed, build, built, built. Cause, caused, caused. Come, came, came. So remember, become, became, borrow, borrowed, built, caused, caused, come, came. Are we on destroy? So destroy, you say bye-bye. Okay, destroy, destroyed. D-I-S-T, okay, D-S, sorry. Okay, ed, destroyed, add ed. Good, now we go to number 2, died, died. Just add D-I-E-D, discover, discovered, D-I-S-C-O-V-E-R-E-D. Okay, so I'm using the pen color so you can see it. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, so we're going to discovered. I'll put discovered, D-I-S-C-O-R-V-E-D. Go, went, W-N-T, lose, lost, L-O-S-T, report, E-D, sit, sat. Okay, spread, spread, stand, stood, start, started. Okay, take, took, walk, walk. Okay, good. So which one had? Okay, so which one are irregular? So the irregular one is become, built, come, came, die, discovered, go, went, lost, lose, sit, sat, stand, stood, take, took. Good. So these are the irregular ones. Okay? Good. And spread, spread. Good. Okay. So I'm gonna count the irregular ones. Become, build, come, go, lose, sat. Okay, spread also is irregular. Stand, stood, and take, took. Good. Okay. So these are the irregular. Now let us go to page 41. Everyone turn to page 41. Good. So page 41. Good. And we're going to do this one today. Page 41. Good. Okay. Page 41. Good. So page 41 is quiz. Okay. Look at the quiz and make a sentence using the simple past tense, then match them with the people. For example, who built the first car? Okay, he built the first car. So he built the first car. Who built the first car? Carl Benz built the first car. Okay, so Carl Benz built the first car. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is he made the first phone call. Okay, he made the first phone call. So Antonio Macy's. Okay, so Antonio Macy's made the first phone call. Okay, so he was the first person to travel to space. So who was the first person to travel to space? Okay, so the first person to travel to space is, okay, this one. So the first person to travel to space was Yuri Gagarin, okay? He made the first cartoon movie with sound. So, Walt Disney. Good. He designed the first helicopter. So, Igor Sikorsky. Okay. They showed the first movie. So they showed the first movie. The first movie was showed, okay, was Lumiere Brothers. He invented the first ballpoint pen. Lazare Biro. Good. He took the first photograph. Joseph Nepis. Okay. He printed the first book in English. William Cortex. Good. William Cortex. Good. Okay. Okay, and we're going to go to the, okay. Good. So now we're going to do the simple parts. Okay, we're going to do the grammar part, which is this one, simple parts. Good. So I'm gonna open it bigger so you can see. Good. Okay. Okay. So everything was very dry. Reason was unworked. The people more than once we arrived. The people were asleep. The earthquake wasn't very good. There are many buildings left. So buildings were very good. There weren't many buildings left. Now we go to simple past irregular verb. The fire started. The fire started. What is the VT first? Regular verb. So you add ed. Good. The fire badly damaged. You add the carriages of the street carried and with what? So you have to put IED. Good. His camera didn't work. Now we're gonna do irregular. Good. And irregular. Okay, good. So Kanti took pictures of the fire, the city department. Okay, so that didn't. Okay, so we put didn't have enough water. Okay, didn't have enough water. Good. So these are the answers. So today we did our textbook page 40 and 41. Thank you.